continuing with how art can somehow express different things that happen in the world, and shining a light on history are these lovely Yorktown ladies who are here to talk to us today about a play called Girls Who Glow. And joining me is Aryn Geier, Lexie Lounsbury, and Nicole Redifer. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, Aryn, let's start with you. Tell me why this is an important program for people to know about.
I think that the reason that this play is so significant is because it's based on a completely true story that nobody knows about. You know, people go to history classes and they have no idea that this ever happened. That during World War I, all of these young women would go to these watch-dial painting factories to help the workforce, and they would paint these tiny little numbers on the clocks with glow-in-the-dark paint so that the soldiers could see them in the trenches. And they were taught to lick their paintbrushes straight, and they had no idea that they were being poisoned every single day of their lives by just trying to support their families. And then it's so important because these women continued to fight against this extremely sexist capitalist society that really just wanted to put them down, but they still were able to overcome that.
Oh, I cast you for my next show. Yeah, that was fantastic, and I agree. And I love the passion you bring. Now, Lexie, talk to me a little bit about the passion that you feel at the Yorktown Theater and what your other students perform and do when you're there.
Well, actually, our art director, Carol Cadby, who's not with us today, but she's a really integral part of our program. She's been developing this curriculum for 20-odd years, and it's based off a conservatory style of theater, which would normally be for college-age kids, but I think it's really special that she trusts adolescents to take the reins and experience a higher level of theater education, really giving them the chance that they might not otherwise get in a high school theater environment.
Oh, thank you very much. And Nicole, for this particular performance, Girls Who Glow, you know, Aryn touched on it a little bit, but how is this story significant today?
Well, the playwright Ginny Moeller, who was actually also a Yorktown graduate, she said she was going to add in a scene at one point that's talked about how the main character, Catherine, corresponded with someone from the modern time, and the person from the modern time was talking, how could you not know that it wasn't poisonous? It was glowing. And then the main character, Catherine, goes, well, you put your phone up to your head every single day, and do you think that isn't going to hurt you, that isn't going to kill you? So I feel like that is incredibly accurate and can be very applicable to this time period. And also with the government trying to cover some things up, such as what's happening in Flint, Michigan right now with the water poisoning, and for so long people were saying, this doesn't exactly seem right, this seems poisonous, and the government tried to cover it up, and eventually it happened.
Excellent point. I really do think that not only performing this, you ladies have taken this message to heart, and I certainly do hope that everyone will come to this final performance, February 11th. I can't believe it. It's free, so be there early. It's at 7 p.m. at Yorktown High School. They can meet all of you ladies, get your autographs, all right? And I want to thank all of you for allowing me to have the opportunity to interview such fantastic performers. I'm Miriam Gennari, and that's the Sustainable Scoop.
The report was based upon information you were not entitled to, and therefore is inadmissible in court. I suggest you see yourself out.
It's Wiley. I'll figure it out. Wiley! What? It's the inspection report of the U.S. radium dial painting factory from June 1924. It's signed by Harvard Dr. Cecil Drinker. The one who won't share his research with us?
It says everything is fine at the factory.
Normal help?
It's signed a year ago?
Normal help? I don't think so. There's one thing I've learned. As that if someone doesn't want you to see their research, it probably means it's worth seeing. Kay Wiley for Dr. Drinker. Thank you. I have a report in front of me from the New Jersey Department of Labor concerning U.S. radium. It says all girls were in normal health. It has your signature on it. I suggest that you publish the research as soon as possible. You wouldn't want anyone to think that you and the department were accessories in falsifications. I see. Well, thank you.
What did they say happened?
They'll publish.
What?